Good morning, student. Today I will explain the chapter 3 of history, the Delhi Sultans. In this chapter, we will study about which ruler came to Delhi and built kingdom and who ruled and defeated. Before starting the lesson, let me tell you, in chapter 2, we saw that the region like Kaveri Delta became the center of large kingdom. And Delhi became an important city in which century? Delhi became an important city only in 12th century. Delhi first became the capital of kingdom under the Tomar Rajput. Delhi became a capital of kingdom under the Tomar Rajput, who were defeated in the middle of 12th century. By whom? They were defeated by Chauhans of Ajmer. So the Tomar Rajput were defeated by the Chauhans of Ajmer in 12th century. It was under the Tomars and Chauhan that Delhi became an important commercial center. Under Tomars and Chauhan, Delhi became a commercial center of the trade and business. The transformation of Delhi, when Delhi became the capital, that control a vast area of subcontinent, that led to the foundation of Delhi Sultanate in the beginning of which century? In the beginning of 13th century. Take a look at the table 1. You can see there are 5 dynasties. These 5 dynasties together made Delhi Sultanate. So let me tell you again. In chapter 2 we have saw the region like Kaveri Delta became center of large kingdom and Delhi became important city in 12th century. Delhi became first capital of kingdom under Rajputs, Tomar Rajputs, who was defeated by Chauhans of Ajmer, and it was only the Tomars and Chauhans that make the Delhi as a commercial center. As it became the capital, the foundation of Delhi Sultanate began in 13th century. Delhi first became a capital and an important center for business of goods and services for profit during Tomar and Chauhans between the year 1100 and 1200. After 1200, Delhi was ruled by the sultans who were originally invaders and rulers from Persia and Central Asia. Many temples were built in Delhi by rich Jaina merchants who ruled there. Coins called Dilhiwal were also manufactured and circulated for the trade and for the business. Just look at map 1. You can see the many cities that were built by Delhi Sultan. Selected Sultanate cities of Delhi in 13th and 14th century, that is mentioned in this map. You can study this map also. The Delhi Sultan built many cities such as Delhi Kohana, Siri, Jahanpanna in the large area that now called Delhi. So you can study this map thoroughly. How we came to know about Delhi Sultan, how they live, how they do the business, how the Delhi became the commercial center first, how we came to know all this. We know about Delhi Sultanate because of the architecture, inscriptions, coin, Tariq, that is singular, Tuariqs, that is plural, written in Persian, the Persian language. The author of Tuariq were learned man, the person who learned a lot, secretary, administrators, poet, courtier, who wrote about things and events in the Delhi Sultanate. So we came to know by this about what actually happened during the Delhi Sultans. So we will study this picture. In this picture, there are 4 stages in the making of manuscript. You know what is manuscript? It is a handwritten document. In first picture, they are preparing the paper. In second picture, they are writing the text. Texts are written by the scribes. In third picture, they are melting the gold to highlight the important words and passages. as you also do when you do reading, you highlight the words so that you can remember the important things. Similarly, they are also melting the gold and highlighting the important words and passages, preparing, and the last picture they are preparing the binding. I hope this picture is clear to you. In first they are preparing the paper, in third they are, in second they are writing the text, in third they are highlighting the words, and in fourth they are binding it. Do you think the circle of justice is appropriate term to describe the relation between the king and its subject? The circle of justice. What is circle of justice? It is a relation between the king and the people. Fakhr-e-Mudabbir wrote in the 13th century, the king cannot survive without soldier, as soldier protect the king, and soldier cannot live without salary because through the salary they satisfy their needs and wants, and salary come from the revenue collected from the peasants, but peasant can pay only when they are prosperous and happy, means when they are earning, when their cultivation is good, then only they can pay the revenue. Just like you also pay the tax, similarly at the previous time the peasants they pay the revenue, and from that revenue the salary of the soldiers are paid. This happens when the king promotes justice and honest governance. Razia Sultan, the only Muslim woman leader of Delhi Sultanate who succeeded Iltutmish. Iltutmish was the father of Razia Sultan. She had to face many difficulties. Why she faced many difficulties? Because she was a woman. And due to being a woman ruler, she was removed from the throne in 1240. What is birthright? Privileges claimed on account of birth. For example, people believe that nobles inherited their right to govern because they are born in a certain family. Why they are governing? Because they are born in that family. Like you can take the example of the Razia Sultan also. Why she ruled? She ruled because she succeeded to Iltutmish. Gender distinction. Social and biological difference between women and the men. Usually these differences are used to urge that man, means the social and biological difference between the woman and the man. So now we will study about the Razia Sultan. Was the Sultan of Delhi from 1236 to 1240, and she was a member of Mamluk dynasty, and she is known for being the only female ruler to rule the Delhi Sultanate. Qutbuddin Aibak, he ruled from 1206 to 1210, was the founder of Mamluk dynasty and the first Sultan of Delhi. He was the first Sultan of Delhi Sultanate. So this you also can note it down. He was the first Sultan of Delhi Sultanate. Shamshuddin Iltutmish was the third of the Mamluk kings who ruled the former Persian territories in northern India. He was the first Muslim sovereign to rule from the Delhi. So I hope Razia Sultan, you know, she was the only woman who ruled the Delhi Sultanate. And what is actually birthright? When a person inherited the right to govern because they born in a certain family. So I hope this is clear to you. In map 2, the major cities captured by Shamshuddin Iltutmish. You can study this also in map 2. From the garrison town to empire, the expansion of Delhi Sultanate. This you can also study the map 2, the cities that are captured. From garrison town to empire, the expansion of Delhi Sultanate. In 13th century, the control of Delhi Sultan really went beyond heavily fortified towns occupied by garrison. The Sultan seldom controlled the hinterland, so the Sultan were dependent upon the trade, tribute or plunder for the supply. There were two expansions were there. One is your internal frontier and one is your external frontier. What is internal frontier? The Sultan began to consolidate the hinterland of the garrison town. Forests were cleared and agriculture and trade both were encouraged. What is frontier? Frontier is a line that divide two country or the state. So the Sultan, they cleared the forest and for agriculture and for the trade, so that they can encourage more agriculture and so they can encourage the more trade. External frontier, Alauddin Khilji started military expedition, slaves and horses were captured. Hinterland, you know that the land adjacent to the city or a port that supply it goods and services. Garrison town, a fortified settlement, means defensive work to protect the people from enemy attack with soldier. Yes, now we have come to end of this module. From garrison town to empire, the expansion of Delhi Sultanate. The first Sultanate of Delhi, Qutbuddin Aimak, was the former slave in the Persian army of Muhammad Ghori. The Sultan of Delhi built mosque in Arabic called masjid. You know, in masjid what they Muslim do? They prayer. They pray to Allah in the city all over the Indian subcontinent. And Alauddin Khilji was the second and the most powerful ruler of the Khilji dynasty that ruled the Delhi Sultanate in subcontinent. Muhammad Tughlaq of Sultan of Delhi from 1324 to 1351. So I hope this part is clear to you. In this we will study, let me summarize all the things. In this we have studied about the Kaveri Delta was the center of the large kingdom and Delhi became the important city only in 12th century. And we have also studied table 1. In that we studied the Delhi first became the capital of kingdom under Tomar Rajput, who defeated by the Chauhans in which century? 12th century. It was under the Tomars and Chauhan that Delhi became the important commercial center. Many Jahana merchants lived in the city and constructed many temples here also. And in the table we have studied the 5 dynasties that together made Delhi Sultanate. And we also have studied about how we know about Delhi Sultan. We know about Delhi Sultan through the inscriptions, coin, architecture provide lot of information, especially valuable from the histories. And we also study about Razia Sultan, what the problem she faced, and we also study about internal and external frontier. So all this comprises this part 1. Go through the lesson, read it thoroughly and thank you. Have a nice day.